You wake up in a cave that smells like smoke and wet stone. Your knees ache, your shoulder aches, everything aches. You are the last of your kind. Somewhere out there, thin, fast, loud creatures are spreading across the land you used to call yours. History will call you extinct. But not yet, not today. For over 300,000 years, your people thrived. You were not the stooped brute cartoons will one day draw. You were strong, built for cold, for endurance. Researchers like Emiliano Brunner have shown your brain was actually slightly larger than the humans now entering your territory. You made tools, you controlled fire, you buried your dead with flowers, with something that looked a lot like grief. So why are you the last one? You didn't lose because you were stupid. You lost because you were few. Population geneticists estimate Neanderthal groups rarely numbered more than a few thousand across all of Europe and Asia combined. The newcomers arrived in waves again and again, in numbers you never had. It wasn't a war you lost. It was a math problem you never had a chance to solve. Not defeated, just outnumbered. Anthropologist Chris Stringer points out something crucial. Your kind and theirs didn't just compete, you mixed. Today, almost every human outside of Africa carries a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA. You will not disappear completely. You will just stop looking like yourself. Somewhere in a future you cannot imagine, someone will sneeze from pollen, and a gene from someone like you will be part of the reason why. You are dying, but you are not vanishing. There's a difference, and it matters. Outside the cave, the newcomers do something you've started noticing. They talk, constantly. Not just warnings, but stories, hours of it, about people who aren't there. Paleoanthropologist Rebecca Ragg-Sykes has argued this might be the real difference, not intelligence. Connection at scale, networks, stretching hundreds of miles. You could talk to your family. They could talk to strangers 3 valleys away who already knew your name before you arrived. Isn't that a strange kind of weapon? Not a spear, a rumor. Winter is coming again, and small populations don't recover from hard winters the way large ones do. One bad season for you might mean an empty valley by spring. One bad season for them just means fewer people at one fire, out of thousands burning elsewhere. This is what extinction actually looks like from the inside. Not one dramatic battle. Just fewer footprints in the mud each spring. Just quiet, spreading slowly like frost. Some mornings you sit by the fire long after the meat is cooked, just looking at the flames. Not because you need to, because for a moment none of it hurts. Here's the modern mirror. People tens of thousands of years from now will stare at screens in rooms that never get truly dark. They will feel alone in crowded cities the way you feel alone in an empty valley. Their numbers will stretch into the billions, and some of them, late at night, will still feel exactly like you feel right now. Not extinct, just outnumbered by something bigger than themselves. Your line will end, but not entirely. A geneticist named Svante Pääbo will spend years reconstructing your genome from fragments of bone and win a Nobel Prize for proving what you already know tonight, that you were real, that you loved, that you mattered. The fire's getting low. Somewhere out there, someone is telling a story about people like you, half fear, half fascination, already turning your kind into legend before you're even gone. You are the last Neanderthal alive, but you were never really the last of anything. You were just the first version of a story that never actually ended.